Go ahead, Zeke.
Turning overseas real quick. I understand Secretary Blinken's in the region right now, but has the President, has the White House got any indications for how Hamas might respond to this the ceasefire proposal, and what is the level of concern within the administration that Hamas could respond in the negative?
So our position remains, and we are going to be very consistent of what we've been saying, is that we believe that there should be a ceasefire as part of this hostage deal, and it should happen immediately. And there has not yet been a response from Hamas, as you know. We believe that all efforts need to be brought to bear to convince Hamas to accept the proposal immediately, and have made that clear to our partners in the region. As you just stated, Secretary Blinken is in the region meeting with our regional partners. He is going to be holding an on-the-record presser in the 1 o'clock hour, where he's going to be talking about the humanitarian aid that we've been able to get into Gaza for the people of Gaza, the all-important humanitarian aid. As you know, it's a dire situation there, so he'll speak to that. And Hamas should just not continue to get in the way of much-needed relief for the people of Gaza. They need to move forward and move forward with this deal. And that is going to be, this deal is also going to obviously create an opportunity to get more of that humanitarian aid. And let's not forget the innocent people who they took hostage, over 200, and that includes Americans. They need to come home to their families, their loved ones, and we have also American hostages that are part of that. We're part of that 200, as you all know. So Hamas needs to. There's a deal on the table. Hamas needs to take it.
And then here at home, there's been some dramatic images really across the country over the last 24, 48 hours, especially from the Columbia, UCLA last night, University of Madison, Wisconsin, other campuses. Has the President been monitoring this, and why have we not heard directly from the President about these protests that have taken over institutions of higher learning across the country, the police responses, instances of violence? Why have we not heard directly from the President?
So just a couple of things. The President is being kept regularly updated on what's happening. As you just stated, across the country, he is monitoring the situation closely, so is his team. And I would just add that no president has spoken more forcefully about combating anti-Semitism than this president. Let's not forget, in 2017, he was very clear what we saw, the anti-Semitic vial that we saw in Charlottesville, on the streets of Charlottesville. He called that out. And one of the reasons he stepped into the 2020 election is because of what he saw, is because he wanted to speak out and speak against what we were seeing in this country at that time. Democracy was under attack, our freedoms were under attack, and we're still fighting for that today, obviously. But he hasn't just done that by speaking. As you heard from my topper, he's taken action. He's taken action by moving forward with the first ever U.S. national strategy to counter anti-Semitism. More than 100 new actions were introduced, obviously, in that strategy. And that is how seriously this president takes it. And I think what's important here is that he's taken action on this issue.
And just quickly, does the president support those police clearing operations like we saw in New York? We've seen some of these other college campuses.
Look, we've been very clear on that. Americans have the right to peacefully protest. They have the right to peacefully protest, as long as it's within the law and that it's peaceful. Forcibly taking over a building is not peaceful. It's just not. Students have the right to feel safe. They have the right to learn. They have the right to do this without disruption. And they have a right to feel safe on campus, as I just said. They have a right to attend their commencement without feeling unsafe. And what we're seeing is a small percentage of students. That's what we're seeing. They should not be able to disturb or disrupt the academic experience that students have. So, look, that's how we see things. It is important that students and communities feel safe here. And at the same time, we are going to be really forceful here and continue to underscore how anti-Semitism is hateful speech. It is wrong, it is abhorrent, and we're going to continue to call that out.